That is the top view of the 75-gallon SBS tank. Hey, what's up, Reefers? I'm Reefer Matt, and welcome back to the Reef Cave. Well, this is the August update video, and as you can see around me, I made some changes, and we'll talk about those and everything that's new for this month. Let's check it out. All right, and as you can see, things look a little different around the tank. I think it looks a little nicer. What do you think? If you've been following along. You like it? I could probably fit one more sign up there, maybe a couple. So let's see how everybody's doing in the SBS tank today. There's Sarge, the Sergeant Major Damselfish, and his buddy, the Purple Tang. I haven't named a Purple Tang. I've had him for 6 years. That's right, that's a 6-year-old Purple Tang there, and it's only about 3.5 inches long. And Sarge is about 4 inches long, or he's beating them now. And there's a little clownfish. And I got some lemon damsels poking around. There's one right there. There's 2 other ones around here somewhere too. And then I got a cardinal fish right there, a pajama cardinal. So those guys are doing pretty good. And if you happen to like my videos, now's a good time to subscribe so you don't miss any. Got over 200 now, so if you want, check them out. And here's some of the coral. There's some green pavona, some leptocerus, and there's a green slimer acropora. If you just got like a little frag and you wonder what it's going to look like, that's sort of what they look like. I fragged this thing a lot in the past. It's kind of a weird shape, like a bunch of fingers hanging out. This is the Walt Disney tenuous right here. It's sort of greened out right now, but I can perk it up if I want. I just got to pay more attention to my phosphate. My phosphate's been low. I think that helps with it. And then my nitrates are a little high, so I'm going to fix all that, and we'll see what happens in a few months. And we'll also take a little top view of this as well. This acropora is huge. And it's doing very well. There is some 24K leptocerus, because it takes up a lot of real estate, but as you can see right here, it's losing the fight with this acropora. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in a few more years. There's an acro right there. Just chilling in the breeze with some Psilopora hanging all around it, which I'm going to frag out as soon as it gets a little bit bigger. I don't mind having some of it in the tank, but it is starting to pop up in a few different spots, so I'm going to take care of it. And then this little Acropora efflorescens here that I got from Battle Corals over a year ago. That's all it's done, but still alive, still kicking it, so we'll see. One day it'll just pop up and it'll do its thing, so keep an eye on that. So yeah, all in all, things are going pretty good in this tank. I'm going to, I've been adding, I forgot. I started adding this, K elements, because I did some ICP tests and I was short on a few things, especially like iron and some other things, and I guess the K elements has that in it. So I've been adding that, and I'm going to do another test tomorrow and send it in for next week and see what's up. Really what I want to look for is just to get, better colors, I guess, just to see what happens. I'm not really disappointed with anything in the tank or anything, but I just like to see what happens if I pay a little more attention to the trace elements, see if it makes a difference or not, or if it's just a big waste of money. Either way, I'll let you know about it. All right, I just turned off the flow and give you a little top-down view here. Things look really cool from this view. I also got a little case for my phone where I can now take videos from inside the tank. It's just a little tricky because I don't want to make a bunch of frags while I'm doing it, but I could throw in a little something here for you to look at too, but it just gives you a different perspective of the tank, and especially on top, the coral always look better where the light's shining directly on them, especially this 24K leptocerus here. But I like this view because I can kind of see everything at once, see who's touching who, and how many snails I got to flip over, stuff like that. I got to move this gyre back now that I got the extension on it. I got to put it back over here in the corner where it was. It was just there temporarily so I can move my controller Here is the Walt Disney from the top view. You can see sort of purpley. I got my white lights on right now. They're sort of blue. Actually, the Reef Bright strips are on too right now. So it's not completely blued out yet, but it could you know, get a little more vivid. This one back here, you can tell it's a little bit different than that one there, but you know, it changes. That's what Disneys do. They do change in color, so just kind of got to play around with things. Play with your flow, play with your power, play with your nutrients until you find something that works. Just try to keep it steady for a couple months and see if you notice a change with that. Now this acropora here is huge. It's like a purpley blue one. Got some polyps out there. And then I got a little, I think that's a digitata back there. Just hanging out. And there's that green slimer. And I'm also getting bird's nest growing back, so I'm fragging that back out because what that'll do is that'll start shading all my favorite coral, which is this Disney. So this guy's days are numbered. About once or twice a year I frag it out and it grows back. But that is the top view of the 75-gallon SPS tank. I wanted to show you my cool display board that I made for my Apex. Before I had it over here with just a mess. I mean, it was just messy over there, but it was off the floor at least underneath my TV. So I was getting tired of looking at that. And I wanted something a little nicer, but also at eye level to where I can get to everything. So I made this. I got this board from Lowe's. It was like 10 bucks. And then I got these off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description of this video if you're interested in checking those out. Then this dose board here, I got, I believe Adaptive Reef made that. And I picked that up, I believe, from BRS. But a lot more organized. And I got one spot right here. I got to put this gyre right here, the controller, which is sitting on top over here. I got to move that over there, but I got to find an extension cable for this because it will not reach all the way around there without going across the top of the tank here and then over there. So I got to find an extension cable for that. I was lucky enough to find extension cables for this. Hygger actually makes them. There we go. Sorry, I was out of focus. And I was able to pick those up too. And that just made a world of difference putting them up there. So for my dosers, the top dose is for my 2-part. I dose Seachem Refusion 1 and 2. And then the bottom one, the left side is my top off, and the right side is going to be for phosphate because I have to dose phosphate in this tank. So I think that is much better than what I had. I'll put a picture of the mess that I had this on, and I am very happy with it. And I sort of organized the cables here. I got a little more to do. I got some power bricks that are down in here that I gotta figure out what to do with so they don't get wet from the tank. And then I 3D printed this sign right here. So that came out pretty good too. It's a little light up sign. So all in all, I am very happy with that. Oh, and this little 4-way power outlet here, that worked out great for those power bricks. And that last one's gonna be for that other gyre too. But very, very happy with that. And it took about a day to do. All right, well, here's the part of the video where I explain a few things. So I understand if you want to skip past it and just get back to seeing some coral, but this is sort of important that I want to explain this to you as far as why I chose to do affiliate links. And I also have a product review sponsor, which is Hygger. Basically what that is, they don't pay me or have any say-so in my videos, but they do provide products for me to review, and I want to share those with you. And honestly, I still use them. Like this thing right here, I did a review on that, and I'm still using it. That's the type of things that I want to do. That's why I agreed to do that with Hygger, and hopefully it works out. I hope to save you guys some money and show you some cool stuff. As a matter of fact, next month I'll be doing a giveaway for a gift card for cherry corals, and I hope to make it a good amount for you. But those are the type of things that I want to do, and I want to do more of those, and I want to get some nice things for you. So that's why I'm doing all this sort of influencer stuff. It's not for me. I got a job. This is to help you guys because I'm not rich, you know what I mean? So I need a little help doing all that, and I hope to save you some money too. Also, I'm in a program that reviews products for Amazon. It's called Amazon Vine. So every once in a while with that, I come up with some cool stuff that's not really on the market yet, or they don't really have reviews on it yet because it just came out. So I'll be putting those on Amazon.com. But if it's cool stuff that has to do with reefing, maybe I'll do some videos on those too. That's why I want to do all this, is to help you guys both save money and have some fun and do some giveaways too. All right, you guys ready to see the boys? I think they're all boys. I don't know. There's Puffy. This is my 135-gallon fowler tank, by the way, if you haven't seen it before. There's a giant lionfish. He's about a foot long, just chilling out. They don't look so big in this tank, but they're big. This is a 6-foot tank, by the way, 6-foot long tank. So just to give you an idea, it's 135-gallon. There's Finn. If I can focus on Finn, there's Finn, my emperor angel. And he does like to chase everybody in the tank around, except for Leonidas, the big lionfish. But he's a cool fish too. And there's Brownie, the fox face. Bandit, my huma trigger. Bandit's pretty cool. He don't bother nobody. All these guys are pretty docile too, by the way, at least with me. Nobody tries to bite me or anything like that, so I can pet them, except I'm not going to try to pet the lionfish or the fox face, obviously, but Finn will let me pet them when it's time to feed them and stuff. Then I got a little birdfish back here. Check this guy out. Then somebody, I think, suggested I name him Spike, so I think that's what I'm going to call him. So hey, Spike. And there's Puffy, my buddy Puffs. He's my oldest fish I've had the longest. I think I've had him for 7 years now. So Puffy's cool. He's about 6-7 inches long. And he likes to cruise around with everybody too. And they all eat like piggies. I feed them nice, meaty, chunky foods like clams and shrimp and scallops. And this guy gets some silver sides. I break them up for him. I don't give him a whole one, but he will eat a whole one if I break it up anyway. But I give him big, chunky, meaty foods like that. And also some big fish pellets for like the fox face and the angelfish and that. They like the pellets too. I try to give them a varied diet. I rotate every time I feed them. I don't give them the same thing, just to mix it up. And then I put it in some vitamins, the Vitamarin M by Brightwell. I soak their food in that. And I don't honestly know if it does anything, but I haven't had any issues, knock on wood, with anything. So I just keep doing it because I like my fish. But these guys are doing great. As you can see, Finn is getting huge. He is every bit the size of my hand now. So he is doing great as well. He's nice and colorful, as well as everybody else are doing great. So that is the 135-gallon fowler tank, and everybody's good. All right, and moving along, here is the SBS frag tank, and that's all I have to say about that. Let's move on. Oh, just kidding. 1 second. I haven't cleaned the glass all summer on this, and as you can see, coralline is growing everywhere. So let's take a look from the top. There we go. So here's my SBS frag tank, which things just kind of grow out here and hang out, and hopefully they don't STN. I just had another acro STN on me today. It happens. But this tank's doing very well, knock on plastic. Don't want to jinx myself. Except this coral right here, I got to perk back up. But I'm getting some decent growth on some of these now, and some decent color too. Look at that guy there. That's my siphon. My anti-siphon right there. I suggest having an anti-siphon hole in your return if you don't already, by the way, so you don't flood your sump. So I just got different miscellaneous SBS frags in here. Some are from the 75-gallon SBS tank. Check out this one right here. That one's doing especially well. I got that from Cherry Corals, and I don't remember the name of it. I actually broke off a piece and made a little separate frag right there, but that is doing awesome. And I got some miscellaneous frags back there. A huge Jedi Mind Trick Montipora. I don't know, it's like a colony size now. It's about the size of my hand. I'll frag that up one of these days. I just don't have room for the frags right now. Same thing over here. I got some miscellaneous things growing out. And Nemo's Elegance. That's the only weird one in the tank, is the elegance, because there's Nemo Jr. And that's his elegance. He likes to hang out in it, so I keep it in here for him. I used to have LPS in this tank and I moved him, but he took a liking to this coral, so I left it in this tank. There's some other coral here. There's some Monty Caps from the 75 gallon. Instead of throwing them away, I put them in here and they grow out, and I basically almost give them away at frag swaps. I sell them for dirt cheap there. Same thing with a lot of these too. They just keep growing, and if I find somebody who enjoys them, then hey, I'm happy to do that. This is the little 50 gallon SBS frag tank. All right, and here is my other frag tank, which I have a lot of LPS in this tank. The glass is a little bit dirty in some spots, sorry about that. And the lights I have on this sort of give a weird color. I'll try to clean it up as best I can, but this has the current Orbit R24 lights, so they got a weird spectrum to them, but they grow coral. There's another elegance right here, it's doing pretty good. Got a lot of fluffy coral in here. There's some torches. I like torches, torches are cool. Got a huge octospawn colony here, and a bunch of little, they were frags, but these little hammer frags keep growing and growing and growing, so they keep branching and branching and branching. That's a really good strain, so those are perfect for sharing. There's some other cool coral, some acans, some fabias. That's a big old huge cod. I've had that for like 4 years now. I don't know, I don't feel like fragging it. Nobody else wants it either though. Some Duncans. And other miscellaneous ones. I got a problem one back there. That one decided to check out on me. But all the other ones are doing good. Some Goniopora. Doing really good. And some Zoas. I gotta frag those up because they're starting to grow on the frag rack again. But this tank's doing pretty good too. All right, I just turned out the flow to this tank. This was originally my softy frag tank. I'm sort of growing out bigger colonies here, which I'll frag up, like this toadstool here and that leather over there. And this guy's huge too, this bounce. I'm not gonna cut that up though. That thing will pop off babies every now and then I'll frag those, or put those on frag plugs. But this tank's doing pretty good. I gotta do water change on it too. These Zoas I'm probably gonna put in the other tank, and I'll just do other softies like leathers and mushrooms and stuff. Same thing with this Lobo here. And I have, these guys are sort of hanging on. These are what I fragged out of the SBS tank, the 75 gallon, this big old Bacillopora colony here. And that's bird's nest colony. I want to say I fragged that 6 months ago. That's how big they get in that tank. I did a video on that too. I'll see if I can find it and post it up here for you when I took that out. It's a little shorts video. These just kind of hang out in here because nobody wants them in my area. I do not mail corals, so it's kind of tough to get rid of SBS coral in my area. I don't know if people are shy with them or just don't appreciate them or like them, but they just hang out here because they're alive, they're animals. And every so often I'll do little frags and I'll color them up and then I'll offer them, but yeah, just not a lot of interest in them. Then I got some GSP growing in the back there. All along the back of this. It doesn't really go much farther than that. It's been in here for a couple of years now, and that's about as much as it's grown. And you can see this leather here keeps the stung back too. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this tank long term. I mean, I've had it for like 3 years now, but I kind of want to reset it. So I got some mushrooms here too. I got to figure out how to get off. They're like big old anemones. They just walk around everywhere, and they're really attached. So I don't want to rip their foot or nothing. But I'll see what I can do with this. I'll reset it somehow. Well, that'll do it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'm going to try to take this a little bit more seriously and see what happens, see what we can do. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching, and happy reefing.